KKFI, Kansas City Community Radio. All right, good evening, Kansas City. It is straight up 8 o'clock. You are tuned to 90.1 FM, KKFI, Kansas City Community Radio. I'm RJ. I will be hosting tonight's local showcase, a show dedicated to local music here in the Kansas City area and region. Tonight, have a very special show. We are going to be featuring the Lotuspool Records 20th Anniversary Showcase. We have a number of special guests tonight here to celebrate the 20 years of independent music as supported by a long-standing pillar in the Kansas City and Lawrence area, Lotuspool Records. And joining me in studio are Chris Garibaldi and Scott Hartley. Good evening, gentlemen.
Hello.
Hey, RJ.
Thanks for coming on down. And we've got a great show. Tell us about what we can expect tonight, Chris.
We do. We've got a lot of special guests in addition to the music tonight. First, we're going to have a discussion with Eric Danielson, the voice of the KU Athletics. We'll have a long-awaited reunion announcement from Zoom frontman Mark Henning. We'll have some tough talk about the local economy with Missouri State Senator Jolie Justice. A visit from international indie rock touring sensations Rick and Rose Poster Children. A surprise visit from a Kansas City Hall of Fame sports legend. And if we're lucky, this may or may not happen, but an impromptu interview with actor, writer, director, and Kansas City native Michael McMillan. Michael may or may not be with us tonight. We'll see. Hopefully his schedule will permit.
And if that's not enough, in addition, we will be playing many hits from the Lotuspool catalog, all of which are featured at Lotuspool's website, lotuspool.com.
Well, RJ, thanks for having us. This is going to be a fun evening, so let's get the music started.
You just heard Ernst & Son by Zoom and Enser's Kiln by Panel Donor.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Lotuspool Showcase. That voice you just heard back announcing the music, and the voice you'll hear throughout the Lotuspool Showcase tonight, is that of Eric Danielson. And if that voice sounds familiar, it's because Eric is the game voice of the KU Jayhawks. Eric does the PA announcements for the KU men's basketball and KU men's football teams. Eric is one of the many guests we will have with us tonight, and we have him on the phone right now. Hello, Eric.
What's up, Chris? How you doing, man?
I'm doing great. Thanks for calling.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me on the Lotuspool Showcase here tonight.
No problem. Hey, thanks for your support tonight and for the fine work you do for the Jayhawks. And we wanted to ask you a few questions about your job. So, would you characterize what you do for the Jayhawks as your dream job?
Absolutely. Yeah, I get a chance to do something I really like for a team I grew up following and loving. Lots and lots of fun. Absolutely.
Well, it's fascinating what you do, and I love that it's the perfect intersection of your favorite pastimes, around KU athletics and being an announcer. Do you mind if I ask you a few questions about KU sports?
Fire away.
Great. What Lotuspool songs are played during the KU basketball games?
Honestly, I don't know how familiar the KU athletics program is with Lotuspool. I think. Well,
we were a Lawrence label from 1992, till 1996. But maybe we moved out of town, so maybe that was part of the. You mean to say that Tyshawn Taylor doesn't have like a favorite Zoom song?
He's pretty quick on the court, but I don't know if Zoom is one of his favorite bands. Might be more of a characterization of his speed courtside.
Hey Eric, this is Scott Hartley. How you doing tonight?
Good, Scott. What's going on?
Not much. I got a quick question for you. Now I had heard this, and I just wanted to run this by you. Is it true that Bill Self has been known to play Bully Pulpit's Jockey's record to his team at halftime instead of giving them a motivational speech?
I have not heard that. But, not being in the locker room, that I can't substantiate that claim. You never know, but I would lean towards probably not.
Okay, understandable. Eric, this is Scott Hartley again. Can you confirm for us that Danny Manning once said the winning 1988 NCAA men's basketball championship was nothing compared to when he first heard Panel Donors Lobedom and Global?
Boy, I know Danny pretty well, and last time I took a look at his iPod, I didn't see any Panel Donor on there, so I hate to say it here, guys, but I think the answer is probably no.
Not even Bastard's uncle from Feast of the Sybarites?
No. Bastard's uncle. Do you? I mean, I could probably get a hold of him here before the next couple hours are over that you're on the air if you want me to try to confirm it, but I'd have to lean towards probably not.
Eric, if you could just text him or something. But before you do that, I just want to ask one last question. Oh, this is Scott. This is Scott Hartley again. I want to talk about Roy Williams for a minute. I know it's a touchy subject in Lawrence. Now, it's widely known that he was a big Bonus Pail fan. He loved Kim's Arnapies. So reportedly, on the first day of basketball practice, he would distribute copies of Lotuspool's Feast of the Sybarites compilation to his team, saying, and let me read this here, he'd say to his team, "To such great heights as these we do aspire." Now, Eric, do you know if he still does this with Tar Heels teams? And we're only asking really because Tyler Hainsborough was spotted at some of the Zoom's reunion shows last summer.
Scott, you're really catching me off guard here with this one. I was unaware of the fact that Coach Williams was such an ardent fan of those groups. But again, you guys might know better than I do with your association with the label. But yeah, to me, I don't know if that's what the players are listening to. just a bunch of kids out there. I don't really associate much with them anymore these days, but maybe that's what they're doing. Maybe they're coming back into the Lotuspool sound that we're all so familiar with.
Well, I think so. I mean, I don't mean to imply that you might be out of touch with the players, Eric, but maybe being behind that microphone and on that bench you're not as intimately involved with the players as you might be. I mean,
I think that's a fair characterization. Old man's disease is catching up with me here.
Or maybe it is that Lawrence Athletics or the KU Athletics could have used a little Lotuspool maybe near the end stretch of their season.
Now that's not a bad idea.
Definitely, and maybe Bill Self should have pulled out that jockey's record in the tournament. Huh?
One win away. One win away. It could have been the difference. You're right. One win away.
I think so. I would think absolutely.
Hey, Eric, so what do you see in the future for the sort of collaboration between the Jayhawks basketball team and Lotuspool Records?
I think the future is bright. I think that KU Athletics is always open to collaboration with local companies and artists. I would definitely think that there's opportunities out there. It's just a matter of how we can make sure that what your vision is and what their vision is, we find that common ground. But I definitely think that the opportunity's there. It's just a matter of hammering out the details.
Well, Eric, forgive me. What is the name of the field, or the court rather, that they play on?
I believe it's the James Naismith Court.
It's is that? I mean, is that permanent? Is that something that we could talk to somebody about?
I think there's a level of permanency there because it's actually inscribed into the court. Not to say that couldn't be torn up and they could do something different.
So he was an older coach for the team. Probably people don't remember. Yeah. I mean, he wasn't even on TV, I don't think. So, Lotuspool might make a play for that court. Lotuspool Court, I think, sounds a lot more.
Hey, yeah. Could you ask Danny Manning about that?
Yeah, I'll send a quick follow-up text.
That'd be great, Eric.
To that one, and see what his thoughts are.
Hey, Eric, thanks for your time today. Thanks for back announcing all the music tonight, and it's a pleasure to have you on.
Fellas, I'm sorry I couldn't be there in person, but I'm glad I could participate. And best of luck with the rest of your next couple hours here on the radio station, and best of luck to Lotuspool and its continued success in the future.
Thanks, Eric. Have a great night.
See ya.
Do the same, guys. Bye-bye.
Well, moving right along, we have our next guest, and it's a Lotuspool Hall of Famer. He's the frontman of the bands Zoom and National Trust. He's played with numerous other independent acts. His band Zoom was on the first Lotuspool release, the Ernst & Son 7-inch, and you heard Ernst & Son earlier tonight. That's what launched the label in October of 1992. So please welcome Mark Henning to the Lotuspool Showcase show. Mark, thanks for coming on the show.
You guys, this is really kind of warming my cockles. It feels like I'm back in the college radio circuit. It's kind of this thing. I'm getting these butterflies, and I'm just wondering if you guys would you humor me for just a second?
Sure.
And, well, not a second actually. Can you guys just give me 10 seconds of dead air?
Sure.
Okay.
Starting when? Now. Okay. Now.
That's not dead air. Wait, can we just get 10 seconds of dead air? Starting. Okay, now. Okay.
Is that okay? You good?
Okay, we're back. Yeah.
All right.
So,
are you doing your own radio show there, Mark?
I think this is Mark. So, Mark, I wanted to say that Zoom has generated tons of fans over the last 20 years, and your second album, Helium Octopi, which was out on Tim Kerr, is considered a hidden treasure from the era of independent music. And the appreciation of Helium Octopi recently led to a brief, temporary Zoom reunion and mini tour. That was really exciting. So you can understand my excitement when you called me the other day and told me that you wanted to come on the showcase and discuss a long-awaited reunion and album. So can you elaborate on that message you left me?
Yeah, well, time kind of takes its toll on all of us, and we go through our ups and downs and various, phases of our lives, and eventually we come back around again. And you know, I feel like I'm lucky. I'm really lucky. I still have a few industry contacts, and I have been privy to something that not a lot of people know about, and I have authorization to kind of go on the air and announce this. But Van Halen are actually have just finished recording a new album.
No.
And it's going to be coming out pretty soon.
Could you say that again? I'm sorry. What was that?
Hello? Yeah, Van Halen.
Say it again.
Say that again.
Van Halen, the Van Halen. The Van Halen that we all know and love are actually, they have just canned a brand new record. And
wow.
Not only that, but they are going to be touring soon.
Really?
No way.
This is
that's huge.
And you know,
have you heard
I
it?
credit this to my. I mean, like I said, I still have a few contacts in the industry, and
that's huge.
You know, yeah. So I was privy to an advance copy of this, and I put together a kind of a mini review. I don't know if there's time for it.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Okay. All right. Great. All right. The new album is called, it's called A Different Kind of Truth. Wow. And here we go. Uncomfortable when they are not playing a blues, others have discovered a particularly rich mine of material in a show tune and have created an exceptional music out of it. Van Halen has been an immensely prolific and valuable source of such material. On Tattoo, the first song, the central situation is a commonplace one in the blues. The singer is going to find himself another woman because his current one is unfaithful. In the context of Roth's current position as a prisoner, there is a pathetic irony about finding him another woman. Like most blues, the second song, She's the Woman, deals with the singer's concern over an unfaithful woman. Thoughts of an unfaithful woman lead to another about dancing, which in turn leads to his using the term boogie metaphorically for lovemaking, the kind of dancing he likes to do in the dark. On You and Your Blues, it follows a rambling associational pattern. Bad luck and trouble follow Roth. He's lost the woman he loves, presumably as a result of his imprisonment. Chinatown captures poignantly the despair of a lover as the bus carrying his sweetheart pulls out of the station. The fifth track, Blood and Fire, presents a familiar blues theme. Roth gives his woman all his money, but she spends it on drink and bawling till the break of day. Unlike the bitterness expressed by Roth in Blood and Fire, the next track, Bullethead, projects a wryly ironic humor. Roth states he is bosom friends with bad luck and trouble, that he has been in prison so long he wouldn't be able to find his way home. And the next, As Is, he communicates the despair of a prisoner in the lines of powerful irony. The implication is that the singer, bitterly disillusioned, is in prison as a result of a woman's duplicity. So we take a little bit of a departure on the next track, and it gets a little bit historical. So in 1892, coming from Mexico, the boll weevil, a cotton-destroying insect, crossed the Rio Grande at Brownsville, Texas. By 1903, leaving a grim trail of ruined farmers in its wake, it had reached west to Louisiana. From there, it soon spread to the other cotton-growing states. In Honey Baby Sweetie Doll, Roth here captures powerfully the sharecropper's feeling of futility. In The Trouble with Never, Roth expresses a series of reactions. First, wish fulfillment, the belief that his woman will shout with joy when she learns that he has served his sentence. Then a plea to her not to abandon him. He promises not to get in trouble again. Next, a reminiscence of the past, how welcome the coming of night was when her husband, or regular lover, was not around. Then a mention of a dream having her in his arms. Then a statement that he's going to leave her despite her crying for him to stay. Just bravado on his part, a desire to save face. For his real feeling is expressed in the last stanza. She has gotten another man. In outer space, Roth expresses a striking imagery in his yearning for a night of lovemaking. Rock me, mama, like my back ain't got no bone. Roll me, mama, like you roll dough. A persistent dream of the caged and womanless man. The last lines are also memorable. See me coming, raise your window high. When you see me leaving, hang your head and cry. Stay Frosty is a nod to one of the great all-time olden blues standards, the Ice Cream Man. Big River follows a rambling associational pattern. Bad luck and trouble follow Roth. He has lost the woman he loves, presumably as a result of his imprisonment.
Yeah,
powerful stuff.
Got a great gist.
Yeah, that's pretty intense stuff.
Mark, I appreciate you giving us like this huge scoop on the Van Halen reunion.
I'm sorry to take up so much of your time.
No,
I know you've got a lot of guests.
It was beautiful, and thank you. I mean, really, to be honest, when I got the message from you saying that there was an exciting new reunion, I had a sense that it might be Van Halen. So I appreciate you giving me the tickler and then coming on the show tonight. So
I mean, there's electricity in the air.
All right, thanks, baby. We're gonna play some music.
Wait. Can I get one more second?
Sure.
Guys? I mean, I'm kind of lonely up here in Chicago, and I just kind of penned a little number. Do you mind if I just read it real quick for you guys?
Absolutely. Yeah, let's hear it.
Is there time?
Yeah.
Okay. Here it is. We're the local boys. We're back in town. You mess with us, we'll put you down. We're walking tall. We don't fall. We're here to stay, so get out of our way, because we're the local boys, the local boys, the local boys, the local boys. When we jam good. We never do things that they say we should, because we're the local boys. We raise hell, and we raise it bad. We're good little boys, but don't get us mad, because we're the local boys. We do our thing, in which we are king. We were raised to be mean, but we're dirty and clean, because we're the local boys, the local boys, the local boys, the local boys.
Wow. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
God bless you, friend.
That was Gary by Zoom.
And welcome back to the Lotuspool Records Showcase 20th anniversary. We have a very special guest on the phone line with us right now. She's a dignitary who's been a longtime supporter of Lotuspool Records and its catalog of artists. Please welcome Missouri State Senator Jolie Justice.
Thanks, Scott. It's great to be here. I'm so happy to be supporting Lotuspool on your 20th year anniversary.
Hi, Senator.
Hi, Chris. Good to hear you.
Senator, now, I understand you go way back with Lotuspool, having been there when the label first started, but let's take a minute here to look to the future instead of the past.
Absolutely, Scott. My job is moving Missouri forward. I'm always looking to the future.
Well, despite what some of your colleagues across the aisle might say, I don't think there's anything more important to the state of Missouri now than picking ourselves up, dusting off the dirt from this deep, ugly recession, and starting to rebuild a strong state and local economy. Would you agree?
Oh, absolutely, Scott. You know, what's vital to that recovery, not only job creation, but our state's support of small business. You know, we need to see that all small businesses have the tools that they need to thrive in a competitive marketplace. Small businesses create jobs. And you know what jobs do? They create revenue for the state, and revenue means stronger schools, better roads, safer cities, and a bigger safety net for the most vulnerable in our society.
Well said, Senator. Now, as you know, Lotuspool Records has recently emerged from a pretty extended hiatus. And the release of the first Sun Eaters record in October signaled the full return of the label. Now, Lotuspool would really like to be one of those small businesses you speak of with such reverence.
You know, Scott, I am aware of the return of Lotuspool, and first of all, congratulations on that. I just think it's fantastic.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
I will tell you that in my efforts down in Jefferson City when we're drafting legislation, one of the things that we do when we're trying to craft the most effective economic tools for this state is we do an economic impact analysis. And so I actually asked my staff to perform one of those with a focused look on what we foresee as the anticipated impact of the return of Lotuspool Records on our state's economy.
Oh, wow. That's fantastic. Please, go ahead.
Well, I mean, I don't really want to read the whole thing. I mean, I'm sure you can find it online somewhere.
Oh, no, sure. I mean, no, just go ahead. We'd like to hear what the analysis said. I mean, job creation, revenue generation, all that stuff. So just go ahead, knock yourself out.
Yeah.
Well, let me see if I can dig it out. I've got a lot of important paper. Well, okay, here it is. I'm just going to kind of give you the gist of this.
Please.
From the executive summary at the top, it says,
Great.
It is found that the return of Lotuspool Records to the marketplace will have a net negative impact on the state's economy.
What?
One would actually question why at this juncture in the history of the entertainment industry, where there are so many intangibles about what lies ahead, primarily for the music industry, one would be so unaware as to bring out of comfortable hibernation an independent record label that even in its prime earning capacity had the relative economic impact of a payphone.
Ooh.
Please note for comparison, a corollary study has suggested that if one were to open a VCR factory in the East Bottoms of Kansas City, it would have more of a positive impact on the state's economy than Lotuspool Records. Additionally, an informal study suggests that the average UMKC freshman distributing marijuana and or Xanax to his or her classmates would have a significantly more profound effect on our state's economy. And this final corollary study suggests that if the Power and Light District in downtown Kansas City instituted a nudists-only policy, it would have a much bigger impact than the return of Lotuspool Records.
Whoa.
Wow. I mean, that's a real letdown.
That's not great.
No, not at all.
Yeah, that's what she said, guys.
Let's go to some music.
I guess we're done with the Senator.
Yeah, sorry.
All right.
Yeah.
We'll play some music. Thanks, Jolie.
You just heard Diffuse by Hum.
I'm very excited because joining us today are a couple of celebrities in our minds. In the indie rock world, they're legends. Icons. Rick and Rose, poster children from Poster Children. They were crucial advisors to Lotuspool when we started the label back in '92. They have their own record. But they have their own record label.
You're funny.
They have their own record label, 12-inch records, with recording artists that were featured on Feast of the Sybarites. Jim Valentin, who is the brother of Rick, plays with the Poster Children and also in a Lotuspool band, Bully Pulpit. And they played live shows with a number of Lotuspool bands, including Zoom, The Waitmen, and Dr. Doctor. Rick and Rose, welcome. How are you? Heard some laughter.
Yeah, it's pretty good. 92. Well, congratulations, guys, on starting the label. It's pretty exciting.
Thanks. Yeah, it's we're really excited to do the showcase. It's been a long time coming, but we're around to it.
Restarting. I mean, it's been 20 years, and thanks to your help, 20 years ago.
Years. What?
Yeah, this is
You're
the
just starting your label now.
No.
I mean, we had that whole conversation about it, I remember. Because, we're starting a label. You're going to start a label. It's, this whole grunge thing's really taken off.
Uh-huh, yeah.
I think
people love grunge.
They do. They do, yeah.
Well, they did.
Well, they did.
Yeah.
Right. It sort of died. It died with Kurt Cobain.
I think it's got legs.
Have you heard Nirvana? Have you heard this band Nirvana?
Well, yeah. I mean, like I said, grunge.
They're awesome.
Grunge.
I know. I think they're starting to get more popular now.
And I really think that we're gonna this kind of boy band thing that's going on is really gonna get trounced by. I think this is the revolution we've been waiting for. I mean, I think punk rock is finally going to happen.
But so it's more popular. They're more popular now because of Kurt Cobain's suicide and sort of the wake of that. That made him like a Jim Morrison-like character here in the new millennium.
Well, I just saw the video. I just saw Nirvana. I don't know, a couple of weeks ago on MTV.
Yeah. Well,
What are you talking about?
They replay that stuff all the time, so it's probably likely you did.
Do they have MTV? I mean, videos are now on YouTube. Like, we have a YouTube channel for the label, and all our band's albums can be streamed on YouTube.
YouTube.
Wait. Is that like a Kansas thing?
I haven't heard about that.
What's YouTube?
YouTube is
like a cable access thing.
It's an international.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
so you guys are doing a radio show and a cable access show, and you're starting a record label. That's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Well, I mean,
so you show videos and stuff. It's called YouTube.
Well, YouTube
That's actually a really great name.
YouTube is a website on the internet. I mean, you guys are professors at Illinois State University. You teach the cross-section between business, music, and fine arts. Clearly, you teach your students about YouTube.
You lost me. I forgot. You guys you're jokesters.
Well,
I mean, if we're going to do the kind of sci-fi that your sci-fi weirdo kind of Flights of Fancy stuff, you're going to have to prime us,
What did he say? Oh, Primus.
Yeah, exactly.
Primus.
Have you heard Primus?
I'm sorry. I think we're having a little problem here. I don't think we're being clear. This is our 20th anniversary showcase for Lotuspool Records.
They're doing like a future thing. You're in the year.
No.
So I guess
2012.
2012.
Right?
That's
or
right.
something.
It is the year.
And you're
it is the year
pretending that it's 20 years from now, from 1992.
Wait, let me put on my brain helmet.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Okay. All right.
Not pretending.
So people are flying around in flying cars, right? And,
no, can you
what
just
else
stop
is
for a
happening
second?
in 2012?
Cars.
We're professors of rock science,
Yeah,
I believe.
That's right. We're going to work at a university and teach rock. And what else is going to happen in the future? I get it. Okay, I totally get it.
All right.
What else?
Why don't we do it this way? What's looking forward for Poster Children?
Yeah. What do you guys have on the horizon?
Yeah.
We'll tell you if you're
have
wrong.
a pretty big announcement.
We just signed to Sire Records like 5 days ago, and I know it's selling out, but we didn't really have a choice. I think.
With the troubles Twin Tone has been having and basically spent the fall watching what was going on with Nirvana, and it seems like, wow, things are working out for the grunge rockers, and so we thought this is the time to take a chance. So they're going to re-release Daisy Chain Reaction. We're going to make a new record. We got a new drummer.
Who's your
Just
drummer?
got off a tour with Swerve Driver, this band from England. I don't know if you've heard of them. Really amazing.
We're playing in Lawrence, Kansas, at the Bottleneck on May 13th with Goober and the Peas. May 13th, 1992. For you 2012, people out there, you people with your space helmets.
Are you talking
so why don't you tell us what you think the future? If you're doing a future thing, why don't you tell us what's happening in the future now?
You mean your new drummer Matt, right? In 2012, you have a drummer named Matt.
Okay.
Well,
go on.
Who's the new drummer you have?
Yeah, who's your drummer?
This is good. I like it.
All right, Rose, you are the mother of 2 kids.
Yes. 2 boys.
Mother of 2 what?
Crazy boys.
Yeah, 2 children.
I love this.
You have a nice colonial home in Bloomington Normal, and you are professors.
Oh, I would never move to Bloomington. Never in a million years. Champagne forever, yeah. Let's see, what else? Tell us about the music scene, in 2012. I'm assuming that grunge, doesn't last, forever, right?
No,
so
I mean, actually...
what are people listening to, like, crazy... I don't know. What do you think would be happening in 2012?
Well, sort of the thing that Rick...
Well, I don't know. The space helmet music, probably.
Yeah. I'll bet CDs are really expensive in 2012, right?
How much does a CD set you back?
Yeah. How much does a CD cost in 2012?
Actually, Lotuspool Records just completely gave up on physical media. We don't produce CDs anymore, and we actually launched our entire catalog on our website for free download. Because everybody downloads MP3s to their iPods here in the future, as you put it.
This is like Philip K. Dick stuff.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that.
So wait a minute.
If you guys just, I don't know, maybe get jobs, just get a day gig or something, you can make enough money, you can start pressing up CDs again. I know they're expensive.
No, it's a good thing that we're getting rid of. CDs... manufacturing, transportation, all those things, they're bad for the environment, and they're, everything, all media is virtual now. Like, you download everything to your TV and to your iPod and to your computers.
An entire CD?
Oh, yeah, movies.
Download,
it takes a minute.
Over a computer line? Over a phone line?
No.
That would be really, really hard.
No. Things are a lot faster. You can download something in a matter of moments. It's instantaneous.
Yeah.
There's no getting in your car, driving to the record store, throwing down your money, bringing home this bulky item for you to have to lug around for the rest of your life.
Look, let's do this. We're going to play If You See K. Maybe you could talk a little bit about the song. Give us some history.
Well, this is a song we wrote a couple years ago. It's pretty popular. It's on our most recent record, Daisy Chain Reaction. Like I said, it's going to be re-released on Sire, but we just finished up touring, and this summer we're going to work on a new album. I think we're going to record it in New York. Really excited. We've got a new drummer named Johnny, and we got some new tunes we worked out on tour this last winter.
By Johnny, do you mean Johnny Machine? Johnny Machine of Tortoise, the guy who goes on to be the drummer in Tortoise?
He was in Precious Wax Drippings.
Right, but he went on a...
I don't know about the Tortoise band.
John McIntyre, he's one of the
drummers. He's got a number of bands after you, and you have a number of drummers after him. So just look forward to that from 1992.
Yeah.
All right,
lots can change, guys.
It's funny for a little bit, but please don't be mean.
What if we really are? What if the phone... Did you hear the weird noise, though, on the phone? What if it's really called 2012? That would be pretty funny.
We'll leave you guys in that pondering that possibility, that great possibility, and we'll soundtrack that with a bit of your own music. So thanks for calling in, guys. It was great talking to you.
All right. Good luck.
Good luck in the
with
future.
The cable access show too.
Yeah.
Sounds really exciting.
You too.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Bye bye.
Bully Pulpit, Funk 24.5, and Eyeless Crawling Creature.
It was great having Rick and Rose on, being able to play a couple songs by Rick's brother, Jim Valentin, who actually, post-1992, was in a band called Bully Pulpit. One thing we're going to try and do tonight is take a few phone calls. Hello, caller.
Hello.
Who is calling?
Do I really have to say?
No, you don't have to say.
Okay.
Can I ask why you're calling?
Well, I've been listening to the show, and I heard you mention Lotuspool Records a couple of times. So, is this Lotuspool Records?
Yes, it is. It's Lotuspool Records' 20th anniversary showcase on KKFI.
Okay, yeah. Well, my mom told me that she used to hang around the Lotuspool farm all the time back in the late 90s, and she told me that she was really very close with Lotuspool.
Okay. Who's your mom?
Well, she kept telling me some things about you, Lotuspool.
Things like what? Was she into Zoom? Was she a Panel Donor fan?
Well, she actually told me quite a bit about you, Lotuspool. She didn't really tell me that much about the music. She's not really sure what she likes from the catalog.
What about you?
Well, no doubt about it. I guess Zoom's Rockin' and Reel cassette pretty much puts anything else released around that time to shame. So many thick hooks, they could have been bigger than Soundgarden. What with those, blistering harmonies and the Paul Stanley-like swagger, and just that killer look. I mean, I really believe Henning could have been the white Chris Cornell.
Well, I can't say that I disagree with you, but for a kid, you sure know your obscure 90s Lawrence rock.
Well, it's really in my blood.
What do you mean it's in your blood?
Well, Mommy says that Lotuspool is my daddy. Is it true?
Okay. Very odd call. So I'm thinking that we should save the phone lines for our guests, and rather than fight through any more phone issues, let's put on some more music.
Take my yellow car, go down to the big white building. You know it's not too far. And there I go, knocking down doors, just to get what I want. But I keep my head down low and give it up for the U.S. government. Staring down on the elevator as we climb higher and higher. Awkwardly we face each other, try to pick out the liar. Staring down on the elevator as we climb higher and higher. Awkwardly we face each other, try to pick out the liar. Then there was you, my friend. I wish to make your arm light. Then I'll carry you down the hall to the door where you'll take flight. And don't forget about our mystery man. He was an old country gent. He had a lot of good stories to tell, but his heart stopped in mid-sentence. Staring down on the elevator as we climb higher and higher. Awkwardly we face each other, try to pick out the liar. Staring down on the elevator as we climb higher and higher. Awkwardly we face each other, try to pick out the liar.
We hope you enjoyed Sweetheart by Panel Donor and Elevator by the Blue Leaves.
All right, everybody, welcome back. This is, again, the Lotuspool Records 20th Anniversary Showcase on KKFI. My name is Scott Hartley. Right now we got a treat for y'all. Very special caller on the line. I can honestly say that this is
Kansas City hero. Kansas City hero.
It's a huge thrill for us at Lotuspool to have this man participating in our anniversary showcase. Big fans of his career. This man almost single-handedly put Kansas City on the map. Are you there, caller? Could you please introduce yourself for our listeners?
Greetings. This is the ghost of George Brett.
I'm sorry. Could you identify yourself for our listeners?
Greetings to you all. I am the ghost of George Brett.
I'm sorry, but could you give your actual name? I mean, seriously, everyone, we're very honored to have George Brett on the phone with us tonight. Mr. Brett, we're big fans of your work.
Big fans of yours as well. How about those boys in blue? It's our time.
I'm sorry, Mr. Brett, could you act like you're George Brett, please?
Actually, I have a confession to make, boys.
Okay.
I'm not actually the ghost of George Brett.
All right.
I'm actually the hologram of the ghost of George Brett.
Okay.
Sorry to deceive you.
That doesn't make any sense.
Holograms are in right now. Ghosts are out.
Oh, holograms. Oh, like the Tupac thing, right?
Tupac Shakur. Yes.
Yeah. That was great. The Coachella. Did you see that a couple weekends ago? That was so cool.
Yes, I happened to run into the hologram of the ghost of Hipólito Pichardo while I was there. We're going to maybe perform next year.
So wait a minute. You say you're the hologram. You're a ghost or you're a hologram?
I'm a hologram of the ghost of George Brett.
Oh.
David Glass cut ghosts out of the Royals' budget and traded me to the A's for a hologram Johnny Damon and a box of frozen corn dogs.
Really?
Needless to say, I'm trying to get through it, but how about those boys in blue? It's our time.
Yeah, they're not doing so great, Mr. Brett. 12
I was
losses
thinking
in a row.
maybe Lotuspool could adopt the slogan "Our Time." It's been very successful for the big league club.
Not that successful. They've lost 12 in a row.
Our time. Hashtag our time.
Our time. Okay, well, Mr. Brett, now, what do you have going on these days? What are you working on? Are you still affiliated with the club? Are you coaching?
Well, I've just kind of been hanging out as a hologram ghost lately, listening to a lot of Lotuspool. I'm a big fan of Lotuspool Records. Really? I celebrate all your artists, the Sun Eaters, Zoom, Bulpy Poet, the Spin Doctors, Huey Lewis and the News, Ambrosia. The list goes on and on. Big fan of Lotuspool.
No, Ambrosia's not on Lotuspool, Mr. Brett. That's Sun Eaters, yeah. Bully Pulpit or Pulley Pulpit. Yeah, definitely.
What kind of wheels do you drive as a hologram ghost, Mr. Brett?
Yeah.
Well, actually, as a hologram, I can't drive anything. And as a ghost, I can't drive anything. I just eat a lot of hologram corn dogs.
Really? Do those taste like real corn dogs?
They taste similar to the ones they used to serve out at the K. Oh, wait, there's someone here that wants to talk to you. Hold on a second. It's the hologram of the ghost of Buck O'Neill. Hold on one second. Let me get him. Buck! Hello.
Wow.
Yes, sir. Lotuspool Records. Yes, sir. Best thing record company I ever did see. Yes, sir. You should have heard Lotuspool.
Okay.
Back in the day, the sound of their records was like Josh Gibson hitting a home run.
Okay, all right.
Bo Jackson hitting a home run.
Mr. Brett, is that you doing Buck O'Neill's voice?
I'm pretty sure that's the hologram.
Sorry about that, fellas.
That was you doing Buck O'Neill's voice. That's not very cool.
Yeah, the hologram ghost of George Brett doesn't
What do you mean? No, that was really him.
I mean, you know Buck O'Neill's really dead.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr.
People
Brett.
confused the pine tar incident with the pine tar accident when I slipped.
All right. Okay.
All right. Archie, do we have another caller on the line? We do?
Hello, caller.
Do we have a caller?
Is this me?
Hey, yeah.
Hey.
Hey, Chris.
Hey.
Scott, what's up, guys?
Hey, how you doing, Michael?
Hey, good. It's Michael McMillan here.
Hey, oh wow. So everybody, really quick, we weren't sure that we were going to get this guest today due to his busy schedule. A happening celebrity out in Hollywood, Los Angeles, and he's obviously found some time to join us on the 20th, the Lotuspool 20th anniversary showcase. I'm getting a little giddy. Ladies and gentlemen, my brother-in-law and Hollywood celebrity, Michael McMillan is on the line.
Hey, I'm sorry. It was a close shave there. If I'm a little out of it, I apologize. I just got back from the red carpet of the grand opening of the hometown buffet at the base of the W Hotel in Hollywood. So.
Wow, that's fantastic. Well, just to give you some background on Michael, Michael's a Kansas City native. He's a member of the Screenwriters Guild, the Screen Actors Guild. As you can assume, he's a writer, he's a director, and he's a star of film, stage, and television. He's the retired lead singer of the Sun Eaters' seminal band Dr. Doctor, and Sun Eaters, of course, are a Lotuspool band. And he is here with us tonight for a discussion that we weren't quite sure we'd be able to do. So we're gonna wing this one, Michael.
Yes, that's right. We are. Okay, let's go for it.
Great. So thanks for finding the time to be with us. I know you're really busy.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
You know, you've had an eventful week. Can you tell us about the release of your PBS-sponsored short film, Charlie 13?
That is an excellent question, Chris. Thank you for asking me that. Yes, we just released a short film on FutureStates.tv called Charlie 13. FutureStates.tv is this program where it's funded by the Corporation for Public Broadcasting. It's produced by ITVS, Independent Television Service out of San Francisco. And basically, every year they put up, they commission a bunch of filmmakers to write and direct short films that take place in a potential future. So it's sort of a look into the portal of time and see what our country might be like in the next 10 to 100 years. And my film was called Charlie 13, which is a story about a boy who is getting implanted with a microchip, a government-mandated microchip on his 13th birthday, and whether he's going to step in line like everybody else or answer the call to adventure.
Fantastic. And can you tell us about the decision to film the movie in Kansas City, the people you work with in Kansas City, and why that was a choice for you?
Again, that's a really great question, Chris. I'm surprised. Is this the first time you've done this before?
Yes, it is. This is my first 20th anniversary show.
I have to say, these questions are really insightfully asked. I appreciate that. Let me see. Oh, yeah. Right. So, Charlie 13, why did I go there? Right. Kansas, that is. Okay. So I have friends in Kansas, namely my good friend W. David Keefe, who produced the film with me. And I have family in Kansas, namely you. And I just wanted to come back home and do a film that took place in the place that I was when I was 13. So it was a way to make it a bit more personal and work with people that I wanted to work with, like David, and of course the Sun Eaters, who did the soundtrack to the film, which I'm very thrilled with, and you guys did a great job.
Yeah, thanks. That's the Lotuspool tie-in there. Sun Eaters 13. It contains songs from the film Charlie 13. I think is the appropriate way to state that.
That's right.
As per.
That's the legally approved way to say that.
Legally appropriate way to talk about that album. Let's switch gears a little bit and talk about your acting career. Now you've acted.
Oh, sorry.
Are you okay?
Oh yeah. Oh, sorry. I have a bulldog, Albion, and he's licking my toes. Get out of here. Go. I don't wear shoes in my apartment. Go on.
Right,
sorry. I'm sorry.
That's great. No, I love Albie, as you know, and Violet as well, my niece and nephew.
Yeah.
You've acted in Firefly, a popular Joss Whedon TV show, What I Like About You, Scrubs, CSI New York, Saved. You were the lead in Hills Have Eyes 2. Hot in Cleveland recently. My favorite role you've done is the role of, I forget the name of the character, but on Big Love. And then House of Lies just recently on Showtime. And then, of course, several seasons of True Blood, just to name a few.
Wow, I'm super impressed by your memory for winging this. I'm impressed you could just pull that out of the air. That's awesome.
I'm your biggest fan, as you know, aside from your sister, of course.
Yes.
What was your fondest memory about being a working actor in Hollywood over the last decade?
Well, I have to say, Christopher, probably one of my fondest memories is when you and I were hanging out a lot in Los Angeles about 8 years ago, I'd have to say. You were out here for work for a couple of years, and I was out here getting started in the business, and I have to say that, what is this? Oh, the love and support that you showed me, and the guidance in bringing me up through adolescence into a mature adult male is a gift that I can never, ever repay you.
Yeah, it was great.
And Michael, Scott Hartley here. How are you?
Hey, what's up, Scott?
It's good to talk to you. Thank you for calling in. This is a great pleasure, a fortunate surprise on our behalf. I have a question for you. I kind of want to, throw all the superficial stuff aside and ask you, what do you do for fun?
Oh, well, today what did I do today? Today I do a lot of things for fun. I like to go to the movies. I like to hang out with friends. I like to listen to Lotuspool records. It's not all that different of a lifestyle than the one I once led in Kansas as a young lad.
I guess one more question before we talk about what you've been doing lately. What was it like?
I just wanted to point out I do. It's not like I don't have friends.
Yeah, duly noted.
That's all.
Duly noted.
Okay.
Let's stick to the questions. What was it like working with Eddie Van Halen's ex-wife?
Valerie Bertinelli on the set of Hot in Cleveland. She was great. I didn't work super closely with her, but she was super nice. Obviously, the legend that was her marriage with Mr. Van Halen didn't come up. I didn't find it appropriate to ask, but it was fun. I loved working on that show, and of course, everybody loves Betty White.
Yeah, but did you date Valerie Bertinelli?
No. No.
Betty White. Did you date Betty White?
We went out for coffee, yes.
Okay.
All right, so enough about the past. Let's talk about what probably most people want to hear about is Season 5 of True Blood.
Great show.
Fantastic show on HBO, hit show. What spoilers can you reveal?
Yeah, give us something good.
Season 5.
Come on, Michael. Come on, Michael, give us something. Something meaty.
Hey, get out. Stop it. No. Put it down. I told you to get out. Go.
Michael, are you there?
Yeah, sorry, it's my dog again. Yes. So my graphic novel Lucid, it comes out, let's see. Well, it's been out for a while, but you can download it on the Comixology app on your iPad. You can order it from Amazon.com.
Michael.
It's the Lucid Volume 1 hardcover. It was written by me and illustrated by Anna Vajcik, and produced with Zachary Quintos Before the Door Productions, and published by Archaea.
Michael, hey, what are you doing?
What do you mean, what am I doing?
What are you doing?
I answered the question about...
It's not the
question.
question.
It's right here. The question about my graphic novel Lucid.
We're not doing the Lucid question. We were doing the True Blood question.
What do you mean? What? Oh! That's right. Do you want to just ask me again, and then we'll just edit it back in back in for the show?
That's not how we rehearsed it. We said that we would do the True Blood questions and then do the Lucid questions.
I'm trying to follow the email that you gave me, but some of it's just... I'm sorry, I was distracted with the dog, so...
Why are you following an email when I asked you to... Specifically, I had asked you to memorize the responses.
What?
Well, I said...
I'm reading the script that you gave me
3 weeks ago.
Off the email. I'm doing it.
Michael.
I looked away for a second. I'm sorry, and I just answered the wrong question.
3 weeks ago, we had a conversation.
I haven't looked at this before. I haven't had a chance to look at this.
And you said that you would memorize it. You're an actor in Hollywood. You get sides every day. You memorize them. You go in for your auditions. How hard is it for you to memorize a script? I don't know how you get a role if you can't figure out how to memorize a script.
Look, there's a difference between learning a script that's written by, say, Alan Ball or Wes Craven, and then trying to get through this chicken scratch and answer the questions exactly how you want me to say them and pretend it's an impromptu interview.
That's ridiculous. Fine.
I'm doing the best job I can.
You know, you can drop Academy Award-winning names all you want. It was typed, Michael. It was typed.
What? I'm not dropping
No,
it.
you're totally getting defensive because you couldn't memorize the script.
I'm just simply using the people that I've worked with as an example of writers.
No, you're done talking, Michael.
Whose words I have spoken.
Stop talking. You're getting defensive because you couldn't memorize the script. You would think you do that every day. I went back 8 years ago when you talk about this fond memory. I watched you memorize the script and go into a rehearsal and be able to do it, and it was garbage script.
Yeah, that's when it was important. I'm sorry, that's not.
I don't get it, Michael. It's completely unprofessional. You're supposed to come on here as a professional actor and do something professional.
Get back to the interview? Come on, let's
you always do this. It always takes an ugly turn.
I don't. That's completely unfair. You know it's unfair. I don't know why you're just being immature, which you are. And I don't get it. I don't know why you're employed, to be honest. I don't know why Alan Ball even sends you a script.
Please, come on. Let's not do this. Come on.
Michael?
Let's get back to the show. Hey.
I think he hung up.
Is he there?
Say hi to my sister for me.
Well, he did hang up. Yeah. That time he hung up.
Okay.
Right.
That was awkward.
No, I don't think that could have gone better, to be honest.
All things come down to this inevitable reality, and all things add up to this inevitable finality. Some things come down to this inevitable reality, and all things add up to this inescapable finality. If I push at the ceiling, will it break through to you and me? If I crawl from the sea, will it add up to you and to me? With the word, it becomes something much better. It will grow you so many roses that you'll have a bouquet in your window display. If you bring me the key to the tune of the video game, that you had it named, and it's come undone. Don't touch it, might be far too dangerous. All these things around us are mysterious. Science for sale. Something that I want to show you. Science for sale. Yeah, I know. Science for sale. 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 I know.
You just heard Science for Sale and Safe by Sun Eaters.
Great. So, RJ, thank you for having us on and letting us do the showcase.
It's been quite an experience.
I would say that. I think it was a blast, and you've been a incredible supporter of Sun Eaters ever since our album came out, and we really appreciate that. And that bled into support of Lotuspool, and I couldn't have dreamed of taking 2 hours of Kansas City and the internet to do this show. Yeah.
Does the internet have airtime?
They do. They have stream time of some sort.
Yes, not back in '92.
No. Not back in 1992. No.
Well, I've really had fun tonight. This was kind of like live radio theater of the absurd.
Yeah, absurd. Bold and underlined.
So thanks to everybody who appeared. Eric Danielson, Mark Henning, Senator Jolie Justice, Rick Valentin, Rose Marshak, W. David Keith, my daughter, Stella Garibaldi, and my brother-in-law, Michael McMillan. I do also want to send a shout-out to the pillars of Lotuspool Records, Matt Hyde, who actually came up with the idea to start the label in 1992, and who made the intelligent decision to leave the label and to start a career in the restaurant business. He actually went from Lotuspool to scrubbing floors at Teller's in Lawrence, Kansas. And the dude was brilliant. He worked his way up to owning an amazing restaurant, 715 in Lawrence today. So I love you, Matt.
Matt's a great guy.
He's a great guy. And Larry Glasscock, another pillar of Lotuspool back in 1992, licked a lot of envelopes, stuffed a lot of envelopes, and when we had those 4th of July parties on the Lotuspool farm, he cleaned up all the beer bottles and swept up all the couch ashes out at the Lotuspool farm.
Larry was sort of the default mother of Lotuspool during that time.
Mother,
sort of took care of everything.
Yeah, mother was definitely a term.
Wife, too.
Mother, wife.
Uncle.
Uncle.
Yeah. Larry's always there. He's willing to chip in and work hard. and he's always throwing in some sweat. And he's a heck of a drummer.
He's the best. And then, of course, Matt Nalbach, Lotuspool's silent partner, in-house producer and business advisor. He was the Larry Ellison to my Steve Jobs. Of course, it's probably the very poor man's Larry Ellison and the very poor man's Steve Jobs for the last 27 years of my life. So thank you, Matt.
Matt is also a fantastic musician. He's played in numerous bands, plays occasionally with Sun Eaters when we play live. Also plays with the Waitmen. Kind of the heart and soul of that band.
Yeah. God bless all the bands and the folks who have come through our lives over the past 20 years. We love you all. Lotuspool is still alive, and we're back, and we're working to release 3 new Bully Pulpit albums.
3?
3.
That's incredible.
A triptych. A Zoom Collector's Edition vinyl LP is in negotiations, one that I think many people will be excited about. The Blue Leaves, which we played tonight, their debut LP coming out on Lotuspool. A new Sun Eaters album, in addition to Sun Eaters 1 and Sun Eaters 13, so Sun Eaters 2 coming soon. And then the long-awaited album by the Waitmen with the aforementioned Matt Nalbach. So we'll see you all in 2032. Thank you again, KKFI. Thank you again, RJ. We'll go out with some music. So
thank you. This has been Scott Hartley and Chris Garibaldi for Lotuspool Records. Have a great night.
Have a great night.
Ever hear about the white